Hey Geography peeps, you guys asked for another Q&A video, so I asked you to ask me questions on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, so let's just jump in. Rihanna Fanta Banta 27 says, do you know about the New Zealand All Blacks? Oh, you mean, Kamate Mateora. May have heard a little bit about them. Tanner Wilson says, your thoughts on more people wanting to visit Antarctica on vacation. Do it, but don't get cocky, okay? That place was never meant to be a tourist trap. Scott Carl Wild says, which currency do you think has the best artwork design? I think I actually read an article in which they voted on this, and they all agreed that the New Zealand $5 banknote was the most attractive banknote, with Sir Edmund Hillary, the guy who climbed Mount Everest, and on back, there's a little penguin, and in here there's like a little transparent slot. You know what? Yeah, this is a pretty good looking banknote. It's pretty cool. I like it. I really like it. Although I have to admit the guy on the 50 Barbadian dollar banknote looks so thug. He's all like, yeah, you know you want to come here, son. Cindy WB says, planning on cutting your hair? New Year's Day. Genevieve Dibbs 99 says, favorite type of dog? Airedale Terrier. Anthony Gregorian says, did you feel the New Zealand earthquake? You know what's funny? I believe the earthquake actually happened as I was flying home from New Zealand. So it was literally like... Doom Doomy says, your favorite singer or band? Oh man, there's so many. It really kind of depends on what mood I'm in. You know, recently I've been getting a lot more into instrumental bands that don't incorporate vocals. Of course, you can't go wrong with two cellos, and if I'm feeling a little lighthearted, then maybe Lindsey Sterling. As you guys know, I've been more into progressive metal these days, so Apocalyptica and Pelican have been up there. You know, once every so often I might feel a little bit of, you know, old school soul stuff, and if that's the case, gotta go with Sam Cooke, Donny Hathaway, Otis Redding, Bobby Blue Bland. On a typical day where I just feel kind of chill and I just want to, you know, listen to something classical, of course you can't go wrong with Rachmaninoff or Liszt or Sibelius, Ezio Basso, and of course who doesn't like Andrea Bocelli. New school stuff, you can't go wrong with Brian McKnight, Carolina Chocolate Drops. I might go for some James Morrison, or of course my boy Gavin DeGraw, Ron Pope, Ben L'Oncle Soul. My karaoke go-to songs are Billy Joel, Bon Jovi, and that one Vanessa Carlton song. Yeah, there's a lot more, but I'm not gonna get into that. It's gonna take too long. Francisco Montes Deoka says, what food from what country have you ever wanted to try but haven't had the chance to yet? I've never tried like straight up Arctic Inuit food like whale blubber or seal or anything like that. I've always wanted to try this one fruit I heard of that's only found in Puerto Rico. I think it's called like Kinepa. Unathan Pontinen says, how many countries have you been to? This many. Emma Fox says, who is the most interesting person you've met on your travels? Probably the former Prime Minister of Finland. Steph G97 says, do an Irish accent. Well, Steph, that's actually not quite a question, but I used to Skype a lot with my intern Potter. As you know, he's from Ireland. I know there's a lot of different types of Irish accents. There's Dublin, there's Cork, there's Limerick, but this is the type of accent that I'm most accustomed to when I've listened to Potter talk. I love hearing him talk. It's very endearing. Potter, come to Los Angeles. I'd love to see you here. Caleb Bright says, hey dude, met you in Christchurch. Oh, hey Caleb, I remember you. What did you think about the things we did? Dude, those ducks loved you. Dean Taylor says, how would I know if I'm suffering from memory loss? Sorry, what? Ryan Connor says, which starter should I choose for Pokemon Sun and Moon? I never made it past the first generation, but let's see what this is. The heck? This is Pokemon? It's like the artists are just getting lazy now. It looks like Hello Kitty diarrhea all over Pokemon and put a bunch of happy stickers all over it. I don't know. Choose the stupid looking owl thing because Emo Cat is gonna backstab you and floppy brain damage Seal is gonna be useless on land. He's only useful in water, so I don't know. Choose plant owl. This pillow is crooked. What the? Adrian Trem says, please, I'm your biggest fan, answer this question. Okay. Daniel Sobzak says, what is your favorite spot to visit in the USA? Why? I know you're a global traveler, but just looking for some good ideas for road trips here. Lol. Okay, I'm gonna assume you're talking about the contiguous 48 and not Hawaii and Alaska. I've been to 32, 33, over 30 states in the country, and I have to admit, probably the most memorable part that I've ever been to was Monument Valley in the southern part of Utah. I know everybody goes to the Grand Canyon, but seriously, go to Monument Valley. You will feel like you are walking amongst stone giants. It has all these amazing eroded rock formations. You know, scoop a piece of red sand and put it in a plastic bag and keep it as a souvenir. And you get to go to Navajo Nation. It's like a completely different country. They have their own president, time zone, language. They even have their own radio stations. Now, a lot of you guys ask me questions about what I think about American politics, what do I think about Trump, what do I think about the elections, yada, yada, yada. Here on Geography Now, I try specifically to avoid talking about politics, let alone my country's politics, because that's just kind of like opening up a can of worms, except these worms transform into venomous snakes and cobras and basilisks and Godzillas. All I'm gonna say is that right now is really not a good time for all the squabbling. We need to come together, both Democrats and Republicans, to cooperate, and that's the only way things are gonna move forward. A lot of you guys also asked about Cal exit. What do I think? It's not gonna happen. Theoretically, it kind of maybe could, but I believe by law, all states are perpetually contracted to the US, and the only way to leave is to create a whole new amendment, which takes 2/3 of both the House and Senate to approve of, which is not gonna happen. Do I believe California could possibly split up into separate states in the future? Maybe, I don't know. But actually leaving the Union, I don't think so. Speaking about my country, I have a little message for my fellow American geography peeps. So, US geography peeps, are any of you in middle school or high school, and do you want to win money for your school? Yeah, I bet you do. Well, Samsung has given me the honor to take part in this cool project called the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest. Let me ask you something. Do you have an idea on how science, technology, engineering, arts, or math can improve your community? And do you have like a project idea that you really want to get started but you need some help or funds? That's where Samsung comes in. Samsung is giving away free money and resources to schools all across America that encourage using STEAM subjects to improve their communities. So what do? You go to your favorite teacher and you ask them to submit your school and send an entry to this link right here. I'll put another one in the description box. And remember, the last day to submit is November 30th, 2016. So go ahead, submit. Samsung wants to help you out. Thank you, Samsung. And with that being said, thank you for your questions. This was fun. Finland is coming up. Stay tuned.